Pahkitew Island is the third generation cast of Total Drama, and with just my opinion, I am going to be ranking all 14 of them from worst to best just on who my favorite character is, not as a player, just me ranking them on how much I like them. Keep in mind, everything is only my opinion. Go ahead and comment down your favorite and your least favorite person. I always heart the comments, I try to reply to them. Subscribing would be a huge help, especially if you want to see me rank the reboot cast. Alright, let's get it. I think everyone knows this and they know why. I just hate Amy. I've said this multiple times, but I'll say it again. Every other Total Drama contestant can act like a horrible person and they will be treated as such. However, she acts like it and gets away with it obliviously. I hate it, and she's mean to a very nice person, and it's her own sister. I just hate this character development, bro. Amy can be last every day. Now, I got a comment on like my last video telling me to go easy on Sugar, and unfortunately, I won't be able to do that, but she is not 13. That goes to Dave. Good lord, he was annoying, especially in like the last half of his running. Oh my god, he was horrible. He was kind of annoying from the start. Like in the beginning with the plane, he was actually decent. In the first 2 episodes, he was aight, but it was just annoying, crybaby, woe is me, please let me be your lover. It's like Cody if Cody didn't know no. Knowing good and well you have a boyfriend at home. If I was him watching this season, I'd be flabbergasted. All right, Sugar, your time is finally here. You gotta get out here, bro. You lucky. Like, I was kind of debating Dave better than you, but nah. Sugar, I just hate characters where their entire personality is let me be gross. It's female Ripper, bro. Nasty. That's nasty. All right, Beardo, you kind of had a similar problem B had where there was just not a lot to go off of. And you're a cool dude and all. It's just, once again, there is no character development. The only reason you're as high as you are is because you are a good dude, even though you probably stink a little bit. He was starting to open up, and I think even one more episode in, he was gonna begin talking, so I'd love for that character development, especially if he comes back a little bit pimped out and not as scuffed and chopped. I know Survivor about to be mad at me, but Rodney, I'm so sorry. You just kind of weird, low-key. Well, I want to know what trauma you went through where you have this emotional latching on issue, because whatever it is rooted in you, bruh. You need some help. You need to seek why you have the problems you do. Rodney, you could have made it so far in this game, and I love your character design, low-key. They stole it straight from Big Nate, bro. Y'all ever seen or read Big Nate? That shit fire. All right, Sky, and I have to rank her this low just because she doesn't do anything that stands out. Like, yeah, she's smart, but that's it. She is a very good player, and she definitely deserves a win, but I don't know, it kind of feels like a Diet Priya, because she's the obvious winner, and she won, but it feels like she didn't do anything social-wise to really get it, besides messing with Dave. All right, 2 more, and then we are in the purple 6. And I'm so sorry, but Topher, you are not invited to the function. You are 8 only because you are chill. You has devious intents. I know you wanted to play the game a lot harder than you did, and given a second chance, I think it would be entertaining. You just kind of fall along the lines of very mundane once in a while, but whenever you do speak up, it is pretty entertaining. I'm like, all right, Topher. And I like him messing with Chris. It is pretty funny. And to be honest, when I'm ranking you, I'm kind of think of Redonkulous Race, but you are where you are, which means these are my favorite 6, and I know this is a huge turnaround for Max. But as I kind of like get to watch the show and see how dumb some characters really are, I actually like Max, and I think he brings a quirkiness to the show that I don't know can be replicated because of how over the top Dr. Evil it is. All right, Sammy, I'm sorry you're finally getting kicked out. You got the purple though. I really like her as a character. I think she got snuffed way too soon, especially after the amazing stunt she pulled on Amy. In 5th place is Sean. I like his character. He is a really good winner out of the cast. He has an amazing relationship with Jasmine. However, sometimes he does fall on the line of being a bit boring. But that's alright, because he has enough moments where he's not boring, and that's why he's up here. Plus, he's a decent person. I think Jasmine got mad at him for no reason. Alright, 4th does be Max. this is a much better ranking than what he probably got the first time I ranked. He probably got 13th or 12th. Once again, I think his character development, just his character trait, is pretty quirky if you try not to think about it too much. And he hates cinnamon gum, and so do I, bro. Cinnamon gum is so nasty. Spicy ass gum for no reason. All right, and Ella. I really like Ella, and I think her whole like nature thing is amazing, and it's very helpful. She is funny, and I love how she pisses off Sugar. She got eliminated to a very BS reason. So did Max. Low-key, if they didn't get eliminated how they did, they probably would have went on to win. Or at least Ella and Jasmine would have, or Ella and Sean. Which means my top two characters are Scarlet and Jasmine. I like both of them a lot. Jasmine is the most helpful one here. She saw through Amy's BS. She helped Sammy a lot. Helped her team immensely in the challenges. She was homies and boys with my boy Sean. As someone who is very tall, she is very tall, and I appreciate it. Scarlet, you are very, very much the character I like. The whole deceptiveness, but you want to work in the shadows like Kingpin type shit. Like, I love it. The only thing I don't like about it is your crash out came out of nowhere. Like the writer said, okay, this is what's gonna happen, but we don't know when, so we're gonna spring it upon you at any time. Realistically, I think they should have let her keep her composure, but it's alright. Jasmine, you are indeed my favorite character of Pahkitew Island. You're a very well-rounded character, and out of this entire cast, which is already a little bit difficult to rank, you definitely sit at the top. Alright, as a little bonus, I'm going to rank all 10 seasons, you know, just from how much I like it, on my opinion, just to make sure y'all know that. And obviously, I don't think it should come to a surprise. Dramarama, I've barely seen it, so a little bit biased. I just don't think I would like it. It looks stupid. It's a little bit cool, like some of the flashbacks they do, but meh. The best part about this low-key is Chef. Alright, now here's where the real rankings start. By the way, let me know in the comments your favorite season and your least favorite season. You don't have to include Dramarama. Once again, this probably shouldn't come as a surprise, but All Stars is definitely very doo-doo, and it had such a good making of being great. You already knew it was gonna be bad as soon as Lindsay was the first one out. You automatically knew, bro. You're like, oh, okay, so this is just gonna be straight up bull. Alright, a little bit controversial, but Reboot Season 2, I'm sorry, I was just not that big of a fan, low-key, and I think I'd probably rather watch any of these. It was in its flop era. I mean, the winner was okay, but out of the three, they chose the worst one. Alright, coming in at number 7 is Pahkitew. It has its moments, and I don't think I would call any of these seasons bad, except All-Stars. But compared to the top 6 right now, Pahkitew, you gotta be 7. Your winners were aight. See, I'm struggling a little bit with Reboot because the cast is fire. Do not get me wrong. They had the best ingredients they could get. But unfortunately, they hired Ezekiel to cook that shit. Like, I wouldn't say it's mid. I'd say it's good. And I'm not gonna give it 6. I think it's better than that. But this is tough, low-key. Revenge, I'm sorry. That's just where you gotta be, my opinion, bro. I don't know. And then Reboot. Fire cast. If it was just good winners, good writing, it could be up here because the cast is amazing. I love all of them except Ripper. Alright, Action coming in at number 4. And I know a lot of y'all would probably rank that a lot lower, but I grew up watching Total Drama. Like, I got to see Island and Action and World Tour on a website one by one. The contestants would get grayed out as they were eliminated in real time. I was watching this show growing up in real time like it was a live season of Survivor. And Action, when it rolled around, they had everything about it on Cartoon Network. We got to do everything. We got to vote. We got to see stuff. The characters were even transferring to other shows sometime. It was a fire time for the Total Drama community. And that's my bias towards it, because this has lots of memories, bruh. Alright, Redonkulous Race. I just love Redonkulous Race. I think the cast, once again, is fire. It's quirky. I love the throwbacks of it. There's a lot to like about Redonkulous Race, and I think everyone should watch it. Which comes down to the stereotypical 2. But my favorite season is Total Drama Island. Nothing can beat the OG classics, the original. This season was wrote flawlessly. You could have never guessed the winners, and at the end you were like, whoa, this was some heat. I hope they have a second season. And then they announce immediately there's a second season. You're like, oh my god, where's the popcorn? I'm ready. Let's dive into it. It was fire, bro. And to think this could have been Canadian only, like they were trying to hog it for themselves. Give me that. Hey, but once again, this is only my opinion. Thank you guys so much for watching. Jasmine is my favorite character. She is fire. Scarlet, almost my favorite character. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It would be a huge help. Please, Mario, please. And I dare every single one of you, yes, you, to have a good